All right, everybody. It is noon. It's time to go. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. Super excited as always for Functional Fitness Friday and then guided breathing shortly thereafter here on this sunny Friday here in Northern California. What we're going to get into today, guys, kind of quick EMOM circuit. We're going to be having 4 intervals per round every minute on the minute. We're going to be transferring to the next exercise. We're going to do 3 rounds total. It's going to give us about 12 minutes of work here. And what we want to do is just really focus on the tempo and the quality of our work here. We're not necessarily going to get our heart rates super, super high. That might be a byproduct of this workout. It's okay that we get our hearts going a little bit if that happens. However, we do just want to kind of focus on how we're moving, what we're moving, and kind of the complexity with all that. So I'm going to get into explaining what we're doing here today. First of all, equipment that we are going to need. As per usual, got some equipment involved in today's workout. And today it's just going to be the medium to light dumbbells. So what I got over here is the 15s and the 10s. Now, if you guys don't have any dumbbells, that's totally okay. We are going to be doing a kind of goblet squat-esque exercise later on. So holding your water bottle or something like laundry detergent or maybe a couple books. These are all good things that'll help us kind of counterbalance and load up these movements just a little bit. So I'm going to get into those. What we're going to start with is a classic for this workout, or for this class, I should say, and that is going to be the slow march. So really working on the balance and the contraction of the muscles around the hips. We're just going to drive one knee, drive the opposite arm. So that foot that I've planted on the ground, I'm gripping the ground, arches up, my right glute squeezing super hard, and then my left knee right out here in front of me at hip level. Slowly we switch, the left foot plants right under the body. I engage that left glute, and then that right knee drives forward right in front of my hip up to hip level. And then we're just slowly going to switch. But again, working on the balance. Now, balance is something that is concern for you. Feel free to stand near a piece of furniture, a wall, something solid that if you feel like you're going to wobble, you can put a hand on real quick. That where you put your hand is not going to slide off anywhere or anything like that. So that's going to be our first thing. Second thing is going to be primal press with the leg extension. So as we get down into this hands and knees position, we're going to push ourselves up, and then one leg at a time is going to shoot back, extend, and then come back. We're squeezing the glute here. We also want to make sure our back can stay nice and flat. So we don't have to straighten out the leg completely. That might create a little curve in the low back. We want to keep that low back nice and flat. That is the priority with that one. All right, y'all. So just 2 exercises in here explaining. So the first one was the slow march. Second one was the primal press with the leg extension. Number 3 is going to be a bridge march with the dumbbell press or just holding something else. So as we get down here onto the ground, you guys, onto our backs, this can be done with the medium to light dumbbells or just holding a water bottle up. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of movement with the upper body. What we are going to do is drive those heels down, squeeze the glutes, have the hips up. We're going to press either our water bottle or something, the small dumbbells up. This is where our arms are going to stay. And then we're going to drive one knee and march, keeping that hip complex nice and even, nice and stable, driving down, straight down through those heels using the hamstrings and glutes. This is going to be our bridge march with the dumbbell press iso. And then after that, finally, we're going to be doing some front curled squats. And so if you've been to this class before, you might recognize this movement similar to the goblet squat. However, what we're going to be doing actually with the dumbbells or just something else is we can curl them up. So we're kind of ending in that end range curl, biceps are on, and then our feet are pointed nice and straight forward. We're going to push the knees out away from each other, come about 3/4 of the way down, and then come all the way back up. So it doesn't have to be as deep as your usual squat. Again, we just want to kind of facilitate the core being really tight, holding those arms in that position, and then working those legs through most of that range. So that is going to be the last thing that we do. Again, 4 intervals, 3 rounds, 12 minutes, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest throughout this workout. And then what we're going to do is cool down and then get into our guided breathing. So with the warm up, we're going to go right into the slow march now. So if you guys already haven't, take a moment to grab your equipment. If you have a couple light dumbbells, great. If not, I'm sure you guys can find something else that works. Make sure we have the water and the space on the ground to work with. And once you guys are ready to go, we're going to start with that slow march. So just driving one knee up to hip level, other glute squeezes hard. We're up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Core is tight. The hips are nice and even. If in the warm up here, you guys want to keep the hands on the hips, that's fine. This kind of helps us feel where that bowl of our pelvis is. Remember, the pelvis is kind of like a bowl of water. We don't want to let any other water kind of rim out. Just going back and forth here, guys, working on that balance, working on those feet, squeezing the glutes. Let's do one more each side. Good, there we go. Good job, you guys. Last one here. All right, we can let that down. Okay, give those arms and legs a little shake. We're gonna come down to the ground next. Warm up the entire body by doing just a quick couple breaths in that static primal press position. So we are gonna be moving with the legs during the workout, but for now, let's go ahead and just find the hands right under the shoulders, the knees right under the hips. Let's push down through those hands and the toes. Back's nice and flat here. Good job, y'all. Staring contest with the ground. Core is super tight. Couple breaths here. Good. Drop those knees down. Good job, y'all. Good job. Okay, next up, I'm going to set up the timer. We're going to get right into it, you guys. Remember, we're starting with that slow march. So what we just did in the warm-up, that is going to be our first thing on the menu. And it's going to be 45 seconds worth of work throughout. Oops, got to set this for 12 minutes and not 18. All right, y'all. Here we go. Focusing on the quality of movement today. It's okay if we don't get that heart rate up. 3, 2, 1. All right. So 45 seconds where we're just working on that same slow march from the warm-up. If you're confident enough to swing those arms opposite, go ahead and do so. If you're still working with the hands on the hips or the hands on something for support, keep doing that until you feel comfortable. But again, we're just working on keeping those hips in the same spot, planting on one leg, balancing. Ooh, almost lost my own balance there. And breathing, just feeling how these positions are. We got 10 seconds. Good, there we go. And time. All right, guys, shake that out. Good job. Okay, we're coming down to the ground. Primal press is up next. So this time we're going to be extending one leg at a time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's find the good starting position first. And it's poking one leg out behind while the other one supports, keeping the core nice and tight, not letting any twisting happening through the back at all. Good job, guys. I know this one's tough. So just do a few, take a little rest if you need to. If you can see yourself in any type of reflection, check on your own back. Make sure that's staying nice and flat. Almost done, y'all. Here we go. And time. There we go. Good job. All right, we're going to be on our backs up next. Let's grab some light or medium dumbbells. Maybe it's just the water bottle that you're going to be holding up. Either way, we're on our backs here. Okay, here we go. So let's press our resistance up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are going to stay like this. We're going to drive down through the heels. And then one knee at a time is going to drive up into this bridge. Core's got to stay really tight. You guys got to stay nice and even, pretending like we got a plate of our favorite food on the front of the hips there. Can't let one hip sag too much when we switch. It's okay to come back to being supported by 2 heels and then make your switch. We don't have to be going fast here. This is not any kind of bridge run. Good job, y'all. Almost done. This one's tough. All right, and time. Slowly, let's bring our hips down. Let's bring our resistance down. Up next, you guys, we're on our feet for that front curled squat. So I recommend the lighter load for this. Building up those biceps, even though it's almost the end of summer. Let's get it going. All right, feet straight, squatting down, and then back up. Remember, we're not going all the way down. Just going down as far as we comfortably can with these feet nice and straight. Good, there we go, you guys. Make sure those shoulders are staying away from the ears as we go here. There we go. Good job, y'all, good job. Almost done. Round 1 coming to a close. And time. There we go. Good job, everybody, good job. Okay, round 1 is in the books. We got 2 more to go, just like it. Let's continue to work on that quality. Slow march coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Let's plant, drive, freeze, and then we can switch. Nice and slow here, you guys. Remember to incorporate those toes. Definitely part of how we balance through the foot. Think about creating a tripod between the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. Keeping that arch up. Keeping the pressure nice and even through that foot. Might take a second. I know we got a lot to focus on here. You guys are doing great. And time. All right, so primal press, leg extension up next. This is round 2 of 3. Let's make it look good here. Remember, quality over quantity. I'm okay with you guys resting between a few reps. All right, let's find that starting position. Here we go. All right, one leg extends back, other leg supports, upper body supports. Keep staying nice and square to the ground here. You guys remember, headlights on the hips. We're trying to blind the ground. Take all the time you need to ensure that we're getting in some quality reps. Good job, you guys, good job. And time. There we go. All right. Up next, guys, it's our bridge. So let's find our spot on the ground. Optional to load with the dumbbells or the water bottle, or you can just hold those hands up. Either way, let's get started. All right, hips are up, they're nice and secure. Marching one leg at a time, keeping it nice and even. Good job, you guys. Drive those heels straight down. Don't pull back in towards the rest of the body. Here we go, we're almost done. Good. Keep that core tight and time. Slowly let yourselves down. We got front curled squats, and then it's the end of round 2. Workout going quick. All right, we're getting started here in 3, 2, 1. All right, feet are planted. We're in that top of the curl position, pumping those biceps up. Taking it nice and slow on the way down to this squat, guys. Good, there we go. Make sure those shoulders don't get near those ears. I know it's easy to do. Don't lose that top curl position. Almost done. Few more seconds. At least one more rep. Let's get it. And time. There we go, y'all. Okay, we are starting round 3 here. The final round. Let's make it the best one yet. 4 minutes to go, then we'll cool it down. 3, 2, 1. We're marching. Squeezing that glute in order to balance. Staying nice and even. Or the pelvis is a bowl of water. Don't let the bowl rock too much side to side. Don't want to let any water out. Balance through those feet, you guys. Don't let those arches touch. Almost done. Couple more reps. Stay tall. Here we go. And time. Well done, everybody. Well done. Primal press for the last time coming up next. This one is a tough one. Do your best to keep that back nice and flat. Here we go. One leg at a time. Reset. Other leg. It's okay to reset, guys. Putting a little more weight into those legs. Don't want the shoulders to be doing all the work here. Back nice and flat above all else. Let's keep it quality, you guys. Take rest as needed. All right, we got about 10 seconds left. Let's make it look good. Man, these quads are feeling it. And time, there we go. Good job, you guys. Take a deep breath. Let's find our spot on the back for our bridge coming up next. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pressing that load up. Hips are high, glutes are squeezed. Let's march slowly. Good job, you guys, good job. Make sure if you're pressing upward that those shoulders are not near the ears. We still want them away from the ears, holding dumbbells or your water bottle or whatever up straight towards the ceiling. Good. Few seconds left. I know those glutes are getting tired. I know that backside's getting tired. Keep going. And time. Whew. All right, that felt good. Okay, guys. Final piece of the puzzle here. It's that front curled squat. Let's move slow. Let's move with intent. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Final set here. Push those knees out and away from each other. Whole foot planted on the ground here. Good. Good job, you guys. Keep those curls going. Keep that weight hugged in. Remember, no shrugging. Almost done. Don't let that weight creep too far away. One more rep at least. Good job, you guys. That's time. All right. Good job, everyone. We can rest. We can grab water. Do whatever you need to do. Timer is off. Let's go ahead and get into our cool down. So after standing, taking a deep breath or two, what we're going to do is open up that chest a little bit, because this workout was so heavy on just moving the upper body in every interval. What we're going to do is take those hands, interlace those fingers behind the back, open up that chest by pulling the shoulder blades back and together. Now it's time to look up a little bit and just breathe into that chest. One more deep breath. We're calming it down. Good. After that last exhale, we can begin to release those hands. Let's make our way down to the ground. You guys, we're going to do one more thing in our cool down, and we'll segue right into guided breathing. So another great way to calm ourselves down. We're going to go ahead and get into the back of those hips a little bit. So we're using the glutes a lot here. Let's take that right ankle, rest it up on top of that left leg above the knee. Now from here, if you can push on that right knee or pull it across the body a little bit and get a medium stretch, I recommend that you stay there. If not, we're gonna go ahead and exaggerate that by lifting up that left leg. You can grab onto either the back of the upper left leg or the shin. Again, just looking for a medium stretch, nothing too crazy or intense, something that we can breathe in. Let's start to do so. Good, you guys, good. With each breath, each exhale, we're releasing a little bit more tension in that hip. All right, after that last one, let's go ahead and release the left leg if you have it elevated. We're gonna bring the right foot back to the ground. Same deal, other side. Left ankle comes to rest up on top of the right quad. Pushing the knee or pulling it a little bit across the body and up might give you a medium stretch. So if that's comfortable for you, feel free to just hang out there. Otherwise, we can elevate that right leg in order to exaggerate the stretch. So grabbing onto the back of the upper leg on the right side or the shin, both effective ways to kind of exaggerate this stretch here. Let's continue to breathe away that tension in the back of our hips. All right, one more breath here. All right, after that, we can slowly begin to release that right leg. Left leg is gonna also return to the ground after that. And from here, we can transfer into the guided breathing practice for today. So as always, let's find a preferred position to breathe in. For me, it's on the back, knees bent. You guys can be legs extended, lay on your stomachs, sit, whatever feels comfortable for you guys. Go ahead and try and rest at least one hand on the chest or the stomach so we can begin to feel that diaphragmatic breathing. Remember, we want to blow the entire midsection up with our inhale and then slowly release a longer exhale. So today our intervals that we're shooting for to start are an inhale of 4 and an exhale of 5. So no hold necessary. Let's try and get into just a nice relaxing breathing pattern where we're slightly exhaling more air each time. And then we'll go ahead and move on to 5 and 6. As always, breathing through the nose or the mouth or a combination of the two is always acceptable. Do whatever feels comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes. And imagine your favorite beach. Each breath that we take and how we lengthen these breaths are similar to the waves that slowly crash onto your beach. And with the sun going down, the tide begins to change a little bit. Lots of markings in the sand, footprints, divots are all slowly being washed away with each breath that we take, with each wave that we calmly bring to shore. And as the tide continues to change and our breath continues to slow along with our heart rates, let's try and push to that 5-6 interval. Inhaling for a count of 5. Exhaling for a count of 6. Do the best you can. With each breath and wave that washes ashore, we're slowly washing away the stressors from this week, the stressors for next week. As it's quarter end, sometimes the stressors can be extremely high. We can feel like we're drowning in our own waves. But in this situation, we get to wash it all away and be present with the breath. We're still feeling that hand rise as we inhale. And then fall back as we exhale. Good job, everyone. Continue to push those intervals. These next few breaths will begin to wind down our imagination of the beach, and the waves will continue to breathe. If your eyes are closed, you can begin to bring yourself back to the present moment, continuing to breathe deep and long. Bring a little bit more awareness to your surroundings. Feel free to stay in this position, or you can come onto your side, push yourself up. Resume a seated or standing position. As this session has come to a close, that is all the time I have left here today. Coach Luis signing off here. Thank you guys for joining me. Always grateful to end the week on this note. It is one of the most relaxing things about my week. Thank you to everyone who joined. Hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I will catch you in the next session next week. Take care, you guys.